Oh, I guess we'll pay another. Walking in sunlight on my journey over the mountain through the deep end. Jesus has said, I'll never forsake thee. Promise divine that never can fail. Heavenly sunlight, heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I'm rejoicing, singing His praises. Jesus mine. Shadows around me, shadows above me, never come to see my Savior and God. He is alive. In Him is no darkness, ever I'm walking, close to His side. Heavenly sunlight, heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I'm rejoicing, singing His praises. Jesus is mine. In bright sunlight, ever rejoicing, pressing my way, the majesty of love, singing His praises. Gladly I'm walking in sunlight, sunlight of love. Heavenly sunlight, heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I'm rejoicing, singing His praises. Jesus is mine. Heavenly sunlight, heavenly sunlight, flooding my soul with glory divine. Hallelujah, I'm rejoicing, singing His praises. Jesus is mine. Hallelujah, I'm rejoicing, singing His praises. Jesus is mine. Amen. Amen. All right. I think we're ready now. Oh, you gotta try it again. Amen. That kind of sets us right up for our sermon. That's pretty good right there. Good morning. How's everybody today? Perfect day, ain't it? Walking in sunlight. We are the laborers in your vineyard. And we live in the desert. All them songs about just where we are right here in Arizona. Amen. Everything's good. Everything's good. All the time. All the time God is good. Well, this last week, last couple weeks, I've been noticing things. I've been just kind of paying a little closer attention to things around and things that you see every day and things that happen just without even thinking about it, things that are going on around us that sometimes we don't pay a lot of attention to. I was sitting out there the other day, there's this jackrabbit. When I go home, almost every time I go down the road, he's so big it looks like a little coyote. going across the road. And I thought, now why is he always crossing the road when I'm on the way home? And so then I get home and there's rabbits everywhere, and our dog doesn't chase rabbits. He likes to watch them like I do. He just watches them go out there and eat everything. Not a whole lot to eat right now, but anyway, they're out there. And I've just been watching the rabbits and watching the birds, and there's dove and there's all kinds of little birds. And I was sitting on the front porch in the swing the other day, and there was a bird, and he was sitting on a fence post, and he would just sit there. And I thought, well, it's odd that he's sitting out in the middle of the sunlight. He's not in the shade or nothing. He's just sitting out there on this post. And directly he just swooped down and up and right back on that post. Oh, what is he doing? And so I kept watching and watching, and he was catching bees. He was sitting out there on that post just waiting, and there's a bee or something to go by. He'd go get it and he'd come back to his post. He was looking for something. He's out there looking for bees. And I thought, well, them rabbits, they're out there looking for something. If I put water out there, they know in the afternoon they come running where there's water. If I water the trees, they come to the trees and they get water in the evening and they go back home. And I thought, and I was watching all this happen and watching all these things going on, and the rabbits and the birds and everything, they're out there and they're looking for something. They're all looking for something. They're not just sitting out there like me. I'm just sitting on the front porch on the swing, just sitting there. I'm not doing nothing. They're busy doing something. They're looking for something. They're looking for something to eat, something to drink, whatever they can find during the day. That's what they're out doing. They're out looking. And it occurred to me, you know, again, this jackrabbit come back to my mind, and it caused me to look up jackrabbits. Jackrabbits are all hares by their association, but the word jackrabbit comes from a book by Mark Twain. That he called a rabbit a jackass rabbit because it had big ears like a donkey. And it got shortened later on to jackrabbit. And there's 6 species of jackrabbit. I'm like, how can there be 6 species of a jackrabbit? There's an antelope jackrabbit, a black jackrabbit, a black-tailed jackrabbit, a white-tailed jackrabbit, a white-sided jackrabbit, and then I'm going to try to pronounce this word. It's T-E-H-U-A-N-T-E-P-C, Tontapec jackrabbit. I don't know what kind I have. Now I'm intrigued to find out what kind of jackrabbit I have. But you know, as we take time in our daily routine and our everyday thing to just stop and watch, they're all looking for something. And you can go to a very busy place in the valley or in town. You can go to Golden Corral. You can go anywhere you want. You go to Walmart. You go anywhere you want. You just go park on the side of the road in town and watch. And everybody's looking for something. When you go to town, when you get in your car and you head to town, you go looking for something. You might even do it at home. I'm going to fire up my computer, and I needed a fuel pump for my little side-by-side thing, and I get on the computer, I'm looking, I'm going here and I'm going there. I go all over the world looking for this one little part. How many parts do you buy online, Tony? A bunch, huh? He's always looking. He gets his computer out, he's working on somebody's car, he gets on, and that's free. I said, where'd you get the part? Amazon. Or somewhere else. We're always, even us as people, we're always looking for something else. We leave here, we're going to be looking for someplace to eat. We're going to be looking. We're always looking. It's just by nature, that's what we do. We're harvesters. We go and we find things, and we're always needing something else to add to our life. We're needing, as I said this morning, I need a new toothbrush. So I know what we're going to do today. We're going to be somewhere to get a new toothbrush. We're looking for something. And I looked on a website, the top 10 things people want in life but they can't seem to get. Number 1, happiness. Happiness. Looking for, what do I want to do? You know, I think I've even did a sermon or two on that about what am I going to be when I grow up, or what do I want to be doing when I get older. And we're always looking forward to the next year, the next whatever, what we're going to do. We're always looking for that. We're all going to be happier when I get here. Money. Never having enough money to do what I want. Well, I've been fortunate in my life to have known a few guys that were billionaires. John Malone, for one. I've sat and had coffee with that man and talked to him in length about things. And he's a billionaire. The last time I visited with him was quite a few years back. He had just bought the Colorado Rockies. No, I take that back. He had just bought, he already owned the Colorado Rockies. He had just bought the Atlanta Braves from Ted Turner. $348 million. And I had told him, I said, John, I can't even comprehend that kind of money. I can't even picture in my mind that number in my bank account. I would feel like I owned the bank. And he said, well, Dennis, he said, it's not really a good thing. He said, I can't trust anybody that works for me. He owned Discovery Channel. He owns Dish Network, or not Dish Network, but the other DirecTV. He owns DirecTV. He owns about 8 or 9 of those channels that you get that you don't want, that you pay for, that you never watch. He owns those. And he makes money on them. And he doesn't have to do anything because nobody watches them. But he said, you can't imagine how hard it is to try to keep track of it. He said, no matter what I do, people steal from me every day. And he said, I have no way to manage it and to control it. It's gotten so big that you can't manage it. And I thought, man, we go out and we seek and we want and we're always seeking things. And where's that line of getting so much that all of a sudden you can't control it anymore? All of a sudden you're at the same place as you find a billionaire where you have so much, it's like, what am I going to do with all this stuff? The other day I was in my shop and I was doing something and I tripped over something and I was like, Lord, some of this stuff's got to go away. I got too much stuff. But see, we're always going out and we're seeking, and so money is one of those not having enough to do what I want, but where is that line? Freedom. Having the freedom to find my true purpose. Now, freedom is a word that the Lord's been working on me to learn more about what is freedom. And a lot of times freedom is not having. Not having. Peace. The lack of clarity for the purpose of my life. I'm looking for this peace where I know who I am, I know what I am, I know what I'm doing, I know how things are going, and I'm at peace with that. Because see, we always have something else in our life, or in our mind, or in the things that are going on in our life that is now different or changing, and we're looking for this balance, this peace. And the balance is number 6. Balance. Getting my life to where it's kind of on an even keel. It's not doing this anymore. I'm going to be 61 years old this year, and my life's still doing this. Joy. How to find the right environment to where I can experience joy every morning when I wake up, and I can kind of experience that joy all through the day. Number 7, fulfillment. Utilizing my potential in the best possible way. Knowing that I'm using the strengths and the talents that I have in the most productive way to where I can really benefit from the talents and the good things that God's put in my life. Confidence. Feeling like where I am and what I'm doing is where I am supposed to be, and doing what I'm supposed to do, and having the confidence to do it without being intimidated or afraid of doing something wrong. Stability. Knowing that where the direction I'm going is stable. And I don't have to worry about the bottom falling out. I don't have to worry about the boat getting a hole in it and I don't know what to do. And last but not least is passion. Overcoming the feelings of negativity. Of being able to just know that I'm where I'm supposed to be, that I'm in the right lane that I'm supposed to be in. You know, if you've ever been to some of these big metropolitan areas, the last time I was in Dallas, I used to know the freeway system in Dallas inside out. I could get you anywhere in Dallas you wanted to go in 2000, 19 years ago. Today, I'm as lost as a goose in a hailstorm. There are lanes that go under the freeway from the left, and come out over there, and there's lanes that go everywhere, and you got to be in the right lane. And that's one of the things about overcoming that feeling of negativity, that I'm sure where I'm at and where I'm going is the right where I'm supposed to be. These are all the things, the top 10 things that the world has taught us to seek after, to look for, to try to acquire, to try to come to a place of understanding. The word we're talking about today is seek. What are you seeking in your life? What are those 10 things? How many of those 10 things apply to your life, and how many of them are you seeking? And you know, I was thinking about that when we're looking for something, we're seeking after something, we're pretty diligent about it. If Tony's looking for a part for your car, he's going to stay on that computer until he finds it, and finds it for the best price. And we all do the same thing. We want the highest quality at the lowest price and as fast as I can get it. And if somebody delivered to my house, I'll take that too. I'm looking for this. I'm seeking this. The word seek appears in the King James Bible 233 times. Let's go to Colossians chapter 3. Verses 1 through 3. If ye be been risen in Christ, seek those things which are above, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Set your affection on the things above, not the things on the earth. For ye are dead, and your life is hid with Christ. If we're a child of God, we need to be seeking God in our life. You want to have those 10 things, I can tell you one way to get them all. I can tell you one way to achieve all, completely fill that list. By seeking God in your life. We go look for all kinds of things, and we put a lot of effort and we get determined to find something. Have you ever gotten determined to find God? Have you ever gotten determined, I'm going to look for God, I'm going to seek God? You know what I was thinking this morning in the shower? Have you ever physically felt the hand of God on your life? Have you ever physically felt the hand of God on your body? I have. Physically felt Him touching me and know that it was Him. But you got to be seeking Him. This is hard as you seek everything else. You got to be wanting to find Him. It has to be important enough in your life that that's my goal, is to find Him. I've heard about Him. I've heard the preaching about Him. I've sang songs to Him. I've done all those things. And I've been in church all my life, and I've done, and I've done, and I've done. But have you ever just sought Him out the way you seek after other things? When I was working for Rinker Materials up in Sholo, the guy that owned it was from Australia. The last year I worked there, the company reported a net profit after everything was done at the end of 2005, 2004. Net profit of $748 million. Well, I'd been asking for a raise, and they told me we couldn't afford it. Well, when I got that financial report, I called the headquarters right away. Oh, wait a minute. We got a problem. What you have told me is we can't afford to give anybody a raise, and then you send me this report that says the people of this company have worked hard in the last 12 months and generated a net profit to the owner of $748 million. He goes, yeah, and he said, that's right. But he said his goal is $1 billion. That's when he's going to feel comfortable, is when we report a net profit of $1 billion in 12 months. And the man achieved it the next year. He achieved $1 billion net profit in 2005, and he sold, as soon as he achieved the $1 million net profit, he sold the entire thing to Cemex. All his North American operations, the biggest concrete pipe company in the world. But he sought it. He sought after it. He did whatever he had to do to achieve it. And he wasn't going to give up until he found it. How many times have you had a hard time finding? I'm picking on Tony a lot today. But how many times have you found something that's just hard to find?
Not that often, but you can find it.
You can find it. You can find it. There's the secret right there. You can find it. Happiness, money, freedom, peace, joy, balance, fulfillment, confidence, stability, passion. You can find it if you seek after it. If you really truly want it enough to go and find it. Because if you go looking for it, you will find it. of the 233 times in the King James Bible that it